Okay, so we finally got the sub out. First look at it right off the bat, this Mega Roll surround is really beefy. I mean, it's really beefy. Build quality. Okay, so looking at it, compared just a looks test with the def bonces that I have, it's just got a very generic look to it. As you can just see, it's just very hefty and generic, and they didn't really care about little fine details on the subwoofer. It's, you know, just a big ass. I don't know what this is. It kind of feels cheap though. Just this basket, it just seems cheap, like just a cheap, generic, you know, Build-A-Bear basket. Whisk coils. I'll give them this. The push terminals are very beefy. I mean, just look at these push terminals. This sub can handle basically 600 RMS. It's got these huge ass push terminals. Then we have the def bonds. They can handle pretty much twice the power, and they have basically half the size of push terminals. So that's just one thing. I mean, the whole thing about this sub, the whole shtick, the whole gimmick is just cheap oversizedness. You know what I mean? They were like, how can we build the biggest, heaviest subwoofer for the cheapest price? You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it comes across as. Is this big, lunky piece of, you know. The magnet seems pretty decent. Looks nice. Like I said, it's oversized. Just don't think that, you know, you look at this magnet, it's about twice the size of the def bonds magnet. So you're like, oh, well, that sub's twice as good. It's twice as powerful. No, this sub is actually much weaker than this smaller sub. And it dwarfs it, so it's just stuff to consider, guys. And I hope you guys see this review when you're Google searching this subwoofer and you don't make a rash decision like me and you end up with two subs at your house that you don't want. So the dust cap, other YouTubers have already said this, but it's just a cheap plastic, but it is very, very stiff. So not worried about it getting damaged. Sub is not super stiff, but it's kind of stiff. Hold on. Do you guys see that? There's a hole in the cone. Do you see that? I'm not bullshitting you guys. Look at that. There's supposed to be glue right there. Holy shit. And this is why you... Oh my God, man. I mean, let's look around and see if this is anywhere else. I'm just looking into the subwoofer. I'm sorry, it's not really focused. It looks like... Is that a different spot or is that the same spot? I'm not sure. Crappy glue job, guys. I mean, oh my God. This sub, I'm already mad at this sub. Do you see, you guys saw that? I mean, it just looks like, why is this? I don't know, guys. It's just garbage. It's just under-engineered, you know what I mean? It's just like they slapped together the loudest thing they could come up with. And it's just like, what is this coil? Why is the coil that color? I've never seen that. Why does the coil look dirty? Like, why is there shit all over it? You know what I mean? And then you see that big ass thing of glue. It's just like, I don't know, the sub, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just a piece of, it's just low quality. You don't want to mess with it. It's low quality and it tries to show off its big ass, but it won't even perform as well as these tiny subs. Don't get the Rockville Destroyer, guys. Oh yeah, and there's another thing I noticed. I forgot to tell you guys. The gasket is loose. You hear that? That's the gasket just twisting around. Can you see how it's not lined up with the holes anymore? It just twists. It's loose. The gasket feels real cheap, by the way. I like the quality of plastic compared to the Def Bonds. It's noticeably cheaper. So yeah. Review of the sub. It's oversized trash. It tries to look the part, but it can't walk the walk. So, yeah. Rockville Destroyer.